Hello YouTubers, one of the probably most liked characters in Series 1. Probably a lot of people's favorites, and probably he's my favorite for this size of figure in the Hero Factory Series 1. And that is, of course, Meltdown. Look at the figure. His ball's just a green one, kind of like Corroder's, except it's dark green. So yes, here's the legendary Meltdown. He's the yellow figure of the series, like Explode Red and Corroder Green. Of course, now it doesn't really go by color anymore, which is interesting. I mean, still the heroes go by color. I don't really think the villains do, especially because all of Series 2 was like brighter colors. Like brighter-ish. So yep, let's get on to the review. So Meltdown, very, very crazy, insane character, or insane looking. I mean, he's a Cyclops, so I don't know how you wouldn't like him. He is definitely my favorite out of the villains in his size. Out of Thunder, Corroder, Meltdown, of course, and Explode, he's definitely my favorite. He's really, 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 really nice. He's just hard not to like for me, I guess. So, let's get on to the review. Move this. So, how about we go to articulation? He's got a ball-jointed head, and kind of like Explode's, it's a little bit limited, but if you know how to position your figures, make it look like they're actually heads turning more than, well, you have no problem with it. He does get a lot more up and down movement because the tip of his helmet doesn't get caught. That looks really good. That's really all the height you need to be, especially because, I mean, really, who's going to be looking straight up? I mean, if anything, they would be looking. He does get a little bit of down movement, but because he's on one of these normal connector axle pieces, he can only look that far down, which looks pretty good, because if you have him standing on someone like this, that looks really nice. He's got ball-jointed shoulders, of course, so you know he can do many things. He's got ball-jointed elbow things, which are kind of limited. And he's got swivel claws, which kind of adds for effect, because if you're going to use this as a shooter rather than a whip, you can make him go like, when he lets it go, it goes, so it looks more dramatic, just, and then, you know, this is coming out, spraying all over everyone, just, eat my toxic waste. Of course, ball-jointed hips, so you know he can do all sorts of things. Swivel knees for ultimate, and ball-jointed feet, so you know you can have him like standing on top of someone looking down, like, I'm gonna blow your head off. So yeah, that's Meltdown. He's got a lot of special abilities, so I'll get on to that last. For scaling of figures, really the only one that I don't have in some kind of posing is, of course, Blackout. Hope I said that right last review. Yeah, Blackout. This is really good, especially if you want him to, you know, have Blackout on the ground. On his head like that, you know, looking down like, I'm better than you. And, you know, you can have the hero do whatever the frick he wants. Just, he goes, and, yeah. So yeah, Meltdown's a really nice character. He is one of my favorite characters easily from all the series. In fact, he's probably one of my favorites because he's the most interesting. I mean, Toxic Sludge. I mean, there's not too many enemies you've actually had a toxic sludge for. So, yeah. And let's scale him with the leader of Series 1, Season 1, Series 1, Season 1, whichever you want to call it. The leader. Get him in a standing pose. He was in a really cool action pose, showing off a lot of his articulation. But about Nebula, who's of course a lot bigger. So, yep. Let's get him back in that pose because that one I really do like. It's just really epic how he's sitting, or how he was sitting. Ooh, still haven't showed you guys my newest one, my hero. Oh well, you guys are gonna have to wait till his review, which may not surprise you because I've really wanted him for a long time. But yep, so that's Meltdown scaling. So his superpowers or abilities. I'll call them abilities because superpowers sounds really kind of weird. So, well, of course he controls toxic waste, which are in these things right here. As in the picture, you can see sludges coming out of them and stuff. These hoses that are hooked up to him stand up. Box, alright. The hoses that are hooked up to him transport the sludge into his blasters. So here, it can either be used as a, sludge cannon. And we have seen this whip before. It was in the underwater series, the Bionicle. Except it was, I think it was red originally. See how this sludge that comes out and just goes. Or you can have it like go out as that, but then you can make it hard and use it as a whip. Yep, you can do that. And then, of course, on here, his blaster, which is probably toxic full as well. Oh, 2 points of articulation that are on Explode and him. These swivel a little bit. I think Thunder as well. So, yep, that's really all he has for superpowers. And I said he had a lot. I guess he does. And then, and like me, who, likes Dragon Ball Z, and then kinda not really uses it in this, not like the super Kamehameha and that stuff, but, kinda adds to it, like, they gather up when, you know what, I'll explain that in a video for the series, not now, of course, just because of reasons. Yeah. So that's Meltdown, probably my favorite. He's really epic. He kind of has the colors of a bumblebee plus green, so, he's, I mean, I don't know what the heck they were doing with these elbow joints on him and Explode. I guess it's better to have elbow joints rather than being like Crota without elbow joints and just arms and shoulders and hands. But it really doesn't matter. These Explode and Meltdown are really nice. So that's the review. Meltdown will get, of course, a 5 out of 5. He's a really, really, really nice figure. I say get him. I did see one on clearance at my Target for $11.04. So yeah, I was wondering why they still had a Meltdown there, because I've never seen it out. And I've looked through the Hero Factories, and I've never seen one in there, so I don't know why it was there, but, yeah, it was really, really nice. So, yep, that's the review for Meltdown from Hero Factory. See you guys later. Yeah, let me touch your skin. Alright, see you guys later.